There's actually 2 bucks out there, and that one little buck right there, which is, does he have 2 spikes or just 1 spike? There's another buck there. I think it might be Buddy. I'm just not sure. We've been gone for 3 or 4 days, so we haven't seen but many deer. But kind of looking at those antlers there, you can see his nose. Is that Buddy's nose? Any of y'all recognize that Buddy's nose or not? Other little spike there. But Buddy is pretty well hidden. A little spike, I don't know if he just has 1 antler or if... No, he's got 2. Yeah, he's a tiny little guy. Obviously, that's his first chance at any hard horns. I wish Buddy would move a little bit there. I think he's licking on that garlic salt lick. And that lick's getting pretty small. You have to be replacing that here pretty soon. Probably order 3 or 4 of them. The ones in the other pens are probably pretty small as well. Well, I don't know if we're going to get to see Buddy. Yeah, you can see both sides of that little spike right now. A lot of people shoot a deer like that thinking he'll never be anything but a spike, but normally that is not true. We've sure found that out here. Some of the deers that had really, really small antlers turned into something pretty special the 2nd and 3rd year. Now, there might be some, I don't know. I'm not saying that there's some that won't amount to much, but I've just seen too many situations where, golly, that is Buddy there, isn't it? That's got to be Buddy. Yeah, that's got to be little Buddy. Remember, he's got that little tag in his ear that you can see really good, but he is staying right behind that tree, so we can't get much of a look at him. We might be able to get a look at him after a while, a little bit different spot. But right now, he is just difficult to see. You can see he might be eating food there. I don't know if he's working on that salt lick. I think he's just eating food. That's got to be little Buddy, doesn't it? Buddy's got those white antlers. He's got white antlers. Yeah, that's got to be little Buddy. Got to be. There's little Buddy. Little Buddy in the prayer circle. And some of his buddies, boys and girls, at the feeder. Looks like a really beautiful buck right there. Might be Fat Boy. I believe that is Fat Boy. Yeah, short legs. Beautiful big 8-point rack, a heavy rack. Not extremely wide. And of course only 8 points. But that's pretty much what Fat Boy's been the last 2 or 3 years. He just continually get bigger in body size. And that's a little 4-point over there. And there's another big buck right there. Oh, that's a big one. That buck looks like a 9 or 10 point. Not a wide rack, but a tall rack. And that's a wild deer as well. Not deer that's been born in the pen, but born in the wild. But genetics from the pen, probably. Why he's got all of those points up there. A little bit like genetics from Lucky 13. And we haven't seen Lucky 13 since he swam the lake. Shook off in the yard, got good looks at him, and he went off chasing does. We never seen Lucky 13 since. So that's obviously not good. But you just never know. Some of them just simply turn wild and don't come back around the house. Little Buddy, raised in the pen, does not want to turn wild. And as we look out to the pen here at the house, once you get a lot of deer activity in the yard, these deer in the pen will come over here too, because we see probably wild child there, but we see Prince Charming with no antlers. I think that's Prince Charming, it looks like. It's a great big giant deer. And probably Tiny and maybe wild child or Rose. Split ears, that's split ear right there, I believe. Yeah, it's got a collar, that's split ear. That's her baby, she's licking around on there, Tiny. And that is Prince Charming. No antlers, but a big boy. A big boy. And we'll just look right back over here and see that we got 3 bucks. Fat boy and that big boy. Big old wild deer, 10 point. And Buddy. And Buddy's kind of ragged looking, like he's been fighting or something, isn't he? But those 2 guys right there, fine specimens. Fine specimens. Yeah, Buddy. I'm going to be doing antler videos with y'all. We'll probably get them on the antlers video as well before the week's out. Yes, sir. That's a beauty right there. That's got to be Fat Boy. Buddy. Mr. Big. Mr. Big. Well, we've had a nice little rain, and in between the rain showers, we have a little bit of sunshine. And we're actually supposed to get sleet and snow sometime in the middle of the night. You can see we have some bucks out there in the yard. They hear me talking. They don't know where I am, but they hear me talking. But look at that big boy right there. That's a beauty. I'm talking about a beauty. We've had about a ½ inch of rain, a little bit more. It's in the 30s out there. Raining really pretty good this morning. We kept getting promises of rain yesterday. It never happened. Both of those are awfully pretty deer right there. Big deer, totally wild deer. Neither one of those was born in the pen. Those are big wild guys. We kind of look through the lake there in the yard. We see that the water is still coming up. Get around to the dock, you can see the water is almost up to the bottom of the dock. And get down to this end. Hard to see them through there, but little buck. And TC and Forrest is down in that area as well. Hard to see them and find them. You can see that looks like Mr. TC. See that antler sticking out there? And I believe that's Mr. Forrest. Not 100% positive. Yeah, that's Mr. Forrest, that's for sure. Yeah, that's Forrest. So we've got really a pretty good little bunch of deer out there. I guess maybe 5 bucks. It looks like a doe right there, but I think it's that little spike. Really hard to see and hard to tell. Yeah, that's a little spike right there. So we've got sunshine. We're supposed to have just a little bit of break and then get more rain. And it looks like the deer down there decided that they wanted to leave. You can see the sun shining on the water there. So, but it's cold. It's a lot colder than it looks. It's in the 30s out there. And that's not good. But we got the 60s going to return back to southern Oklahoma pretty quickly. I don't know how much the deer enjoy that, but I can promise you one thing. Mr. Jimmy enjoys that. Look at that big rack. And the little bitty tiny guy. Everybody enjoying breakfast? The beautiful snow left during the middle of the night, came during the middle of the night, about midnight or after, and left as well. But we have no snow, but we do have 5 or 6 bucks out there. I think we have 6. I think I see 1, 2, 3. Is it 6 or 5? I'm not sure if I'm seeing 5 or 6 out there. Better count them. Maybe just 5. 1 over behind that feeder. 4 right there. So that's a good thing to look at out there. You know, this morning, I mean some nice ones too. Forrest and his daddy, TC. A couple other really big bucks. There's deer running across the road over there. That's a Miranda coming to work. Exactly what that is there. Scared the deer over there a little bit. She helped me take care of Chris a couple, 2 or 3 days a week. Some weeks 2 days, some weeks 3 days, whatever she can work. It really helps me a lot. I'm able to get a lot of my work done instead of having to work sometime till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning after Chris goes to bed. The wild deer, of course, take off with the dogs running. TC left. Forrest standing his ground. Now Forrest is going to run as well. Yeah. Boy, they're beautiful running. They'll be back. That was pretty cool. And what really scared the deer was the dogs running out to see Miranda, let us know somebody's here. They're definitely not guard dogs, but they are good watchdogs. That's a pretty sight this morning. Glass Slit Lake, TC, I believe that's TC, and his son Forrest out there munching on the ryegrass this morning. I don't see anybody else. There may be some others out there too, but that's the only two I see right now. But that is nice, Mr. Forrest. Has he still got both sides? Yes, he does. It's like he heard me say that. He said, yes, I've got them both, boss. Look at me. Look at me. I look like the Hartford buck. Yes, I look like the Hartford buck. And then Forrest still has both sides as well. Here we are moving past the middle of February. And there comes another buck coming in from the right there. Look at that. That's a big, beautiful buck. It's Fat Boy. I believe that's Fat Boy. He is definitely a fat boy, but I think that's his name. Jimmy, I think I'll go down there and get me a liquid refreshment. Thought he was going to go get him a drink, but he's not. He came from the right-hand side. I guess he thought, I'll get on this too. If you people are going to be showing off their antlers, I want to show off mine. Mine are pretty impressive. Yes, they are. All three of those deer right there, very, very impressive. Looking good. TC, Fat Boy, and Forrest. Those are running buddies for sure. I saw TC yesterday out running around the ranch. We were doing some controlled burning, and the control got out of control for a while. We had to do some fighting. Uh-oh, something scared that boy. Might have been TC, I don't know. But the controlled burning got a little bit out of control. And so we definitely did some putting out fires, and we kept it all on our property, though, which is the goal of a controlled burn. And as I look out right out there, I see another deer, and that's that little bitty spike. Oh, and I see another deer behind him, and that would be, looks like about that forkhorn. Some people call it forkhorn, 4-point, what we call them here in Oklahoma. We count all the points, both sides, not just one side, both sides. And there's a little forked horn, 4-point. Both those deer right there, wild native deer, of course. Only two deer born in the pen was Mr. Forrest and TC. The other 3 bucks of those 5 bucks that we're looking at. The bucks are just coming out of the ground. They must have been in a hole out there somewhere like a coyote. Wouldn't that be something if deer lived in holes? We find the holes and sit around and wait till they come out, right? That would be deer hunting. Guys are really being wary before they come down in the yard. We're working on Chris's new shower, so we have an extra dog here. Larry's got his dog Shadow here this also, and so the dogs are running around, and the deer, the wild deer, sometimes a strange dog is definitely taken as a potential problem, a potential enemy, a potential predator. I don't know exactly how their thought process goes, but I know that they're very, very careful when we have, took right off. We got a big front yard out there, though. They got plenty of room. Everybody's getting pretty nervous. One of the dogs might have gone out, I don't know. But it's a beautiful sight here this morning, no doubt about that. 5 beautiful bucks, 3 with big, beautiful racks, and 2 with not so. But the 2 with not so will be bigger next year. That's exactly right. Those 3 boys right there, that's a picture right there. That is a picture right there.